Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Accessorize with me Sunday. So for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Pam and I am the designer and owner behind Mir Bijou. And I've been designing and making vintage reproduction jewelry for the last 11 years. Today is a pretty special day because the theme of the day is actually based on one of my favorite shows of all time, and that is Mad Men. So I don't know how many of you are Mad Men fans, but you may maybe recognize the outfit that I'm wearing today. And this is inspired by Betty Draper's look in season 3, episode 8, called Souvenir, when she actually visits Rome with Dawn on a business trip.
Mad Men begins in 1960 and is about the lives of the owners and employees of a fictional advertising firm on Madison Avenue in New York City. One of the main characters of the show is Don Draper, an enigmatic ad exec who with his wife Betty have 3 children together. By season 3, Betty has lost her father and just given birth to their 3rd child, and the cracks in her and Don's marriage are becoming unsurmountable. But within season 3, there is this one episode called Souvenir, where they briefly rekindle their marriage on a trip to Rome. This trip is instigated by Dawn's client, Conrad Hilton, who in 1963 has just built the Cavaliere Hilton, a luxury resort on a hilltop in Monte Mario overlooking Rome and the Vatican City. While Dawn takes a jet-lagged nap, Betty makes an appointment at the hotel salon and emerges with this absolutely stunning and sophisticated look, reminiscent of the Italian cult classic film La Dolce Vita, which was released in 1960. I was really drawn to this look because it's such a departure from Betty's usual pretty but straight-laced style, which to this point has been more traditional late 1950s. In this episode, we get to see Betty's more flirtatious and confident side, and to quote Mad Men's costume designer Janie Bryant, Betty's time in Rome was so incredibly pivotal for her character. At this point, we've never seen Betty dress like this. She's been desperate for more love, glamour, and affection, and in Rome, in this look, she gets just what she wants.
So let's take a look to see what's in the jewelry box today. It is a vintage reproduction of the necklace that Betty wears in that famous episode. So as you can see, I've already got the kind of oversized pearl earrings that are really quintessential of the 1960s. And if you watch the show, you'll see that this style of earring actually appears on several of the female cast throughout the series. These ones are made with an acrylic pearl, a very large one. If they were glass, they'd be really way too heavy and pulling on the ear. So this is why I can get this size, but they're really comfortable and you could wear them all day, no problem. This is the necklace, and I'm just going to show you a special feature on this particular one that I made. I actually made it with a pave magnetic clasp, and I'll show you why later. So first things first, we're just going to slip it on me. And then I have Betty's look. So because I want to try to incorporate at least one true vintage item per episode, I'm going to show you guys a special raffia jacket. It's kind of a summer, very lightweight jacket, and it belonged to my grandaunt Stella. And it's just beautiful, like the cut, the style, the workmanship, just amazing. I actually really want to have like a tailor make a pattern of it so I can have a few more made in different colors. But the reason why I'm showing you this is because for a lot of us who may not be comfortable, like, showing a lot of skin, I find this is where jewelry really comes into play, because it really helps to break up that big kind of block of color, and it adds a little bit of textural interest to your outfit. So now we're going to accessorize Madame Bijou. Madame Bijou today is dressed kind of, I would say, in a corporate style, so very office appropriate. And we're just going to take the necklace and put it on her. And as you can see, this goes really beautifully with this outfit. It's not, I find, it's not too much for the office. It's got a lot of nice neutral colors, so white, smoky quartz, black, and although it's got some shimmer in it, I find like it works very nicely with this particular outfit. And you also have the versatility, because of the pave clasp, to turn this into a multi-strand necklace. So you can have it like this, you know, where you have like a double strand necklace with quite a bit of space in between, or you can also just make it look like a bit of a thicker single strand necklace. And you have the option to rotate it so that you can put the pave crystal clasp as a feature point.
Here's a behind-the-scenes peek at the creating of Betty in Rome's look. When I first designed this necklace about 2 years ago, I started out by taking a really close look at Betty's necklace and saw that it was made up using several different beads, from white glass pearls to black glass pearls, black faceted crystals, smoky gray crystals, and crystal rondelles. So once I assembled all the different beads, the job of individually chain linking each and every bead to create a final 38-inch strand began. To recreate Betty's makeup, I noticed that she had a silver lid with some smokiness, so I used my vintage Doll Cosmetics 1950s palette to recreate a similar look. I always really like a smoky eye, so I've kind of done a stronger smoky eye than Betty actually has in the show. Here I'm just using a liquid liner just to kind of make a kind of period, winged liner, and then filling in the corners and my lower lid with a dark black pencil. So here I am using my lash curler because ever since COVID I haven't been able to go get my lash lift, but that is one of the first things I'm gonna do once the COVID threat is over. Here I'm getting ready to apply my magnetic lashes, so I start off by first shaking the bottle of the magnetic liner, and that's really important to do. And then you have to let it dry for a little bit. So in the meantime, I decided to apply my Fire Opal lip sense, and that you also have to apply and let dry, and then you apply a second coat once it's dry. And one thing I would say, if you're using a light color like this, it's important to kind of add some warmth to your skin tone, which is why you saw me adding a little bit more bronzer. So now that the magnetic liner is dry, I can put on a pair of my magnetic lashes. And I've chosen a kind of thick fringe for that 60s look, and just doing a little bit of touching up with my black liner. And then the final actual third coat of the lip sense goes on. And then once that's dry, I can put on my moisturizing gloss on top. So for my hair, I did a pretty deep side sweep there, and then basically took my hair and put it in a ponytail on the top of my head. And when I first did this style, I did it about 2 years ago. I had actually longer hair, so this works even better with longer hair. but I'm just basically using a hair rat and wrapping my hair around that tube and then basically arching it to kind of give that similar arched bun that Betty has in the show. Now I'm just pinning everything into place and just kind of locking in all those stray hairs. And here's a little trick that I learned from a Jackie Wires YouTube video. I have a pretty strong cowlick there, so to kind of fill in the gap, I used a little bit of eyeshadow powder, and that just actually gives a really nice clean look. And now here's a quick bonus 1920s look for you using the same necklace.
Another fun feature with this necklace, and this kind of will depend on the size of your wrist, is that if you want, you can actually wrap it around your wrist and create kind of a multi-strand bracelet out of it. And you just go like that. And there you go. Now, because I do everything on my own, like all of this is like hand wired, every single piece. If you know how long you need it to be to wrap around and you say, oh, you know what, I'm pretty sure this particular one is at 38 inches, but if you're just like, oh, you know what, I need it at 39 to be able to do that, you can just let me know, because I can just add on a few more beads at each end to allow you to be able to do that. So that's always something I'm happy to do for my clients. So I don't know about you, but all this talking about that episode of Betty and Don in Rome has me wanting to rewatch that episode from season 3. So once again, it's season 3 and it's episode 8 and it's called Souvenir. I was lucky enough actually 8 years ago to actually be able to stay there, and I was actually very much inspired by the show. And although they didn't actually film there, they filmed somewhere in LA, I believe, but it was supposed to be based on the actual hotel in Rome, which is a beautiful hotel. And I remember it had just the most amazing view of Vatican City from the balconies. And right now, that's about as close to travel, I think, as we're going to get for a while. So, kind of living vicariously through your jewelry isn't a bad idea. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you're a big fan like Mad Men, maybe it'll inspire you to rewatch the series. Or if you've never seen it, definitely give it a watch, because the fashion is amazing in it. And a lot of the historical topics that they touch on, very interesting, and it's just really amazing from a costuming standpoint. Anyway, give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see what I have coming up next time.